Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name's Joel. Today we'll be doing a super fun combo pour with these Amsterdam iridescent paints. I'll be doing it on a 24 by 24 inch artist loft canvas. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now these Amsterdam paints, they all look white until they dry, then the color comes out. There's a slight tint to them, but basically they look white. I'm also going to be using this Deco Art metallic green and blue, just to be sure I got some color. And in my dump and swirl, I'm going to be using the Deco Art satin white. So I tinted some colors here. I got them all mixed up. I'm going to do a quick consistency check. I'm just going to drop one good sized drop of water of each color here. Speeding this up because it takes a while. I don't do this all the time, but if I'm doing a multi-pour, ring pour, and dump and swirl, I want the colors all to be to my liking, so I'm going to hold that up for 5 seconds to see if they're all about the same. Now the iridescent colors, which appear to be white, are a little thin, so I'm going to put just a drop of water in each one of those, mix them up, and do it again. That's my background color, or the dump and swirl. I want it to be a little thinner than the rest of the colors, so here we go. We're going to test that. Alright, so that looks good enough to me. I can work with that. So for my background color, I'm going to be using this Artist Loft Soft Body Black. Get this canvas covered up here. Get ready to go. I'm going to speed this up real quick. We'll listen to some tunes. I'll get back to you on the other side. Alrighty, so I got my canvas covered up good. I'm going to do my dump and swirl. I'm going to start with the Deco Art Satin Enamel White. It's got a couple other colors thrown in there a little bit by accident. No big deal. Then I'm going to start going with the iridescent colors one at a time. Try to dump about the same amount of each color. I'm going to speed this up and go through them. You really can't even hardly see because it's all looks white. Here's some blue metallic, some more iridescent white, what looks white. And then this is my dump and swirl dump color. Is the black Artist Loft. These colors are mixed with Floetrol. The background, 2.5 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint. Now I'm just going to start dumping this off the edges, back and forth. Keep going back to center after each direction. And like I said, back to center. Then go the opposite directions. I'm trying to get the white looking paint off the edges of the canvas, and the underlaying paint will start popping through the top color, which is the grayish looking black. I'm going to speed this up a little bit here because this does take a while. Right, you can see here some cells are already popping through the black. You notice there's some blue there. And then the white ones will be coming up, but as they dry, they will take on some color. So I'm just pushing up the rest of the excess paint off the corner. And we'll be just about ready to go with our ring pour. Now these colors should start popping up, and using a torch not only pops the air bubbles so you get a smoother finish, but it will accelerate or activate. I'm doing a time lapse. This was 30 minutes, but it's over about 15 seconds here, just to show you what happens when these colors do pop through the dump color. So that's pretty awesome, isn't it? Okay, so here we are about 30 minutes later, and I'm going to do my ring pour. Now what I have here is a plastic cup that's got a cardboard divider in it, so I'm loading up the remainders of my colors into this split cup. So there's two partitions, and I'm going to alternate colors, and then you'll see when I do the ring pour, you'll get a cool mixture of color. Alright, so I got my cup loaded. I'm going to pull out the divider. See, I put some black in there too, to give you some definition. That was just Artist Loft black. So there's my divider. I'm going to put that away here and get ready to do my ring pour. Now I just got to figure out which way I want to spiral this sucker, from the inside out, outside in, whatever. I think I'm going to go from the inside out. It's pretty important to have your canvas centered on your spinner so you can get some nice even patterns, if you want even patterns, that is. Nice thin ones out there on the outside. A couple extra ones in there just for good luck, I guess. I'll take a look at it and see if I'm happy with that. And like I said, when it dries is when the iridescents show their colors. So this will be interesting. Can throw some real skinny ones in there. And of course, you always want to try to come up with something interesting in the center, because this type of composition is obviously going to pull you into the middle. So you don't want just nothing there. And it's a special nothing. Negative space is always good. But I usually try to put some curly cues, such and such, slight color change, what have you. Just something interesting. So when you get all the way into the center, there's something fun to look at. All right, I'm going to give it a gentle spin here. Still thinking about that center, what I'm going to do with that. Need to do something. Got a couple gaps in the ring pour too. I wish I had some cells there, but I don't. So anyway, I'm going to continue with my split cup pour. I got to be really careful at this point. So I wasn't comfortable with the way the paint looked like it was coming out. So I'm doing a little test pour over here on the side. See what I got going on, colors and such. I want to get some blue and green in there, some iridescence. So I just did a little whoop-de-doo, give it another spin, take a look at it, see what I got going on. Alright, we're getting pretty close to the end here. Gonna break out my torch in a couple seconds and make sure all the bubbles are gone before I let this thing dry all the way. Couple more slow spins here. I'll be zooming in for a close-up so you can see what it looks like, and then I'll show you what it looked like all dried after it was varnished. Came out really good, I think. I'm happy with it. I hope you are too. I want to say thanks once again to you guys checking out this video. I really appreciate it. Please remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. You can always share this with your friends. I'd really appreciate it. I need to get a bunch of followers because I don't have hardly any. But I guess that's my own fault. Anyway, thanks again for checking me out. I really appreciate it. I want to say thanks again to the Surf Zombies. They are awesome for their background music. Here's a little close-up. A lot of nice detail on there. The iridescent colors are still not popping out all the way, but you can see the difference between the purple, the gold, the green, light green. It's kind of seafoam green. It's pretty nice. Some orange in there. The dump and swirl gave some really nice cells, and really very 3D how they ended up getting absorbed by the ring pour, or vice versa. So I'm really happy with it. Please leave any questions and comments you might have. Yeah, I like that part there. That's nice. And there's my center. All right. So thanks once again. I'll be back next week. And until then, have a great weekend.